All right, let's go to Aaron calling from Sarasota as our first caller. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. My question for you is regarding my mother. I'm her only child, and she has no spouse. And at the moment, she's sort of in the early stages of dementia. We have done a very basic power of attorney so that I can start taking care of her bills and things
Okay,
like that.
we meaning that was prepared by an attorney, or you tried to do this yourself?
I did it. We did it. My mother and I did it with a notary here in Sarasota.
Okay.
And it's just a basic, durable power of attorney. I don't know. I mean, yeah, you can tell me whether or not that's actually
Well, I'd have to see the document, but I think I'd have to see the document, but I would say it's generally a mistake trying to do it yourself. The Florida statutes, changed recently, and there's special paragraphs you have to initial to be able to do the Medicaid planning that's necessary, to be able to create a personal service contract, to be able to shift assets around into non-countable categories. And probably that's one of the more important parts of a power of attorney is getting that part of it right, particularly in your case where she has Alzheimer's and if she's in a nursing home and you need to get extra benefits and so forth, that document really needs to have been done correctly.
Okay. Okay. Well, that one actually wasn't the point of my call, but
all right, go ahead.
More information now. If I'm her only child, is it just by default that the state is going to recognize me as her guardian?
No. There's a whole guardianship process you have to go through.
Even though there's really
well, first of all, let me say that if you had a proper power of attorney, you probably wouldn't need a guardianship.
Okay.
Because you would have the powers, if it was properly done and it covered all the areas it needed to cover, you'd have the area to do anything that she could do for her benefit. And one of the purposes of a valid power of attorney is to not have to pay the expensive process of going to the guardianship court.
Okay. Well, good. Well, then I'll get the new power of attorney document.
Yeah. Does your mother have a will?
No. Have anything. So
She
has a condominium that she owns up in Detroit that we're in the process of selling. So that should sell within the next couple of weeks or so.
Okay. You're selling that using the power of attorney?
Yeah, I mean, she could sign the documents.
Okay.
I mean, nobody's deemed her incompetent yet.
Okay.
So they definitely have deemed her as having dementia, and her temporal comprehension is somewhat lacking. But you can have a generally normal conversation with her. So
well, good. Well, what are you going to do with the proceeds from the sale of the house?
Pardon me?
What are you going to do with the proceeds from the sale of her real estate in Detroit?
So my intention was to just put it in some sort of a certificate of deposit and just pull from it whenever we needed to pay her bills, or we needed to, she gets a pension from the company she worked for that for right now covers the cost of the assisted living facility that she's in, but she also has roughly about $350,000 in IRAs and various retirement accounts.
Yeah.
So,
well, just make sure she has proper named beneficiaries on all those.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Presently, I am the one on all of them. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron. Well, hope I helped you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time today. Bye.